on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I think this fella, Alex Grimaldo, is about as attacking as a modern-day fullback can be. And the game has changed to really suit that for many a fullback in the modern game. Once upon a time, fullbacks would generally hold their position, but now they're given license to get forward and make crazy runs, even into the box, getting in centre-forwards positions at times.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Oh, he's played it in low. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Yamal. De Normal. Rabiot. Saliba. Doué. And here's Elise. Out to the right. And it's Rabiot. Doué. And here's Elise. He's shifting through the gears here. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Moved on forwards. Perez. Nicely intercepted. Koundé gently done. Doué. Nico Williams. Pedri. Grimaldo. De Normal. Nico Williams. Now he's off and running. Pedri. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's Dembele. Hernandez. And here's Dembele. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Elise. Doué. Played out to the right. Cross goes in there. Pedro Porro. Great chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Elise probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Fabian Ruiz. Pedri. Grimaldo. And it's played forward.
Fabian Ruiz.
Pedro Porro.
Fabian Ruiz.
Martinez. Subimendi. Aim forwards. Now that's well seen too.
Rabiot.
Koundé.
Rabiot.
Doué. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Doué elects to cross. Lenormand. Spain.
Well, we're seeing a better spell of passing here, Peter. So
We are.
you're getting some short, crisp passing and much more purpose behind it.
And they're keeping the ball.
Well, in some way, that qualifies as good defence too, doesn't it?
Rabiot.
And all the atmosphere building
Camavinga
very
forwards.
nicely. With intent. Hernandez. Lovely feet. And it's hoisted clear. Camavinga. Now then, the ball's come loose. It's really well cleared. Doué. Hernandez. And here's Dembele. Mbappe. He's having a shot! Goal! France! And France are in front.
France, well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Spain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Grimaldo. France making the ideal start. It is something to build on.
It's been a super start. They've made their intentions clear and they've backed them up.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Porro. That's really well manoeuvred. Yamal. Koundé tries to clear.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Shot at goal! Only partially clear. Dembele. Camavinga. Hernandez. Well, now here's a good... He's gone for goal! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Pedro Porro.
Fabian Ruiz.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them.
And the score is 1-0.
Martinez.
Fabian Ruiz.
Subimendi.
France, well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And it's Dembele. Doué.
Now it's Perez.
Tries a deft little ball. Ball comes in. Oh, what a climb!
Danger averted for now.
Martinez have it back and can go again. And here's Yamal. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Yamal. And back out it comes.
Rabiot.
Olise. Camavinga shifted upfield. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Subimendi. That's really well manoeuvred. Saliba cuts it out.
Rabiot.
Doué. Camavinga. Koundé. Doué. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. Olise! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Upamecano, some resolute defending there. And here's Mbappe. And it's Dembele. And here's Dembele. Martinez, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Spain going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Yamal.
Fabian Ruiz.
And here's Perez. It's Perez! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Saliba, aim forwards. Perez. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Camavinga, gently done. And it's Dembele. And here's Dembele. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Fabian Ruiz.
Yamal. The normal. Pedri. Ronaldo. And here's Nico Williams. Nice control. And here comes the corner. And it's been taken short. Played into the middle. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's been played through. Martinez. Yamal. Yamal played out towards the right wing. Spain can try it again now. Pedro Porro goes short. Alex Grimaldo delivers. And he thumps it clear. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
It's run loose here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Yamal chasing after it. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Saliba. And it's Dembele. Hernandez. And here's Dembele. Lovely ball. Olise! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Olise clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Doué. Pedri has given away a free kick. And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Doué. Mbappe. Real chance! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Fabian Ruiz.
Zubimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Now he's got space here. Always onto this. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Fabian Ruiz.
And it's Ruiz. Perez. Williams. Williams! A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Moved on forwards. Saliba. Hernandez. Doué. Olise. And here's Mbappe. Martinez. Pedri. And it's played forward. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's gone back to the keeper. Mignon, long ball by the goalkeeper. Over to the left. Out for a throw.
Fabian Ruiz.
And he has been fouled there. Saliba, and it's Camavinga. Out to the left it goes. Dembele. Oh, it's Dembele. And a chance! Yamal forwards and with intent. Pedri. Perez. Doué. Hernandez shifted upfield. He's had a shot! He'll try to keep this alive. And the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Plenty waiting in the middle. Hernandez with the delivery. Camavinga. And here's Doué. Played out wide. Perez. Now it's Yamal. He's got away. Yamal. Time to deliver. And it's played in here. Oh, smashing header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Fabian Ruiz is offering a wry smile there.
Fabian Ruiz.
France looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Williams looking here to chip it through. Saliba can get it clear. And it's Ruiz. And here's Perez. He's got space and takes a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Lamine Yamal actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Saliba. Hernandez. Upamecano. Camavinga, gently done. And here's Mbappe. And he's running through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Dembele. Moved on forwards. That's a little off target. Hernandez. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Saliba. Camavinga. Rabiot. That's the throw. Koundé. A chance to play it in. Koundé's cross. Not one of his best. Ball is over the line. Pedri wins the duel this time. Nico Williams. Searching pass he's played there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Out towards the flank. Koundé. There are a few waiting for it. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Up he goes! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. One perfect ball, one perfect header.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
France find a position of real strength now. Nico Williams. And it's Perez. And he cuts out the supply. Upamecano. Saliba. Rabiot. Doué. Camavinga looks to the other side. Fabian Ruiz. That's really well manoeuvred. Pedri. Perez goes for a shot! And yes, it's there!
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Spain give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. And it's played forward. Doué played out to the left flank. Hernandez. Fabian Ruiz aimed forwards. Zubimendi. Grimaldo. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Nico Williams. Hernandez. Hernandez, gently done. Martinez cuts out the pass. Nico Williams, that's a delicate pass. Mignon comes out and deals with it. Pedri. Spread out to the left. Grimaldo. And here's Nico Williams. And here's Nico Williams. Yamal. Williams. Oh, it's played into the area. There is the half-time whistle.
France are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. So off we go once more. Subimendi. Martinez. Grimaldo. Nico Williams. Grimaldo. And here's Perez. And he's managed to get free. And he's heaved it away.
Fabian Ruiz.
And here's Perez. Nice physical challenge. Dembele. Saliba. Hernandez. Upamecano. Koundé. Rabiot. Doué. Camavinga. Upamecano.
Fabian Ruiz.
And it's Porro. And here's Yamal.
Fabian Ruiz.
Pedri. And here's Perez. Can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
Nico Williams really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that has been cleared. Rabiot. Saliba. Olise. Moved on forwards. Oh, super fun. Mbappe! Oh, surely that deserved better.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Fabian Ruiz.
Yamal. Pedro Porro. Martinez. Pedro Porro.
Fabian Ruiz.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Perez. Now it's Williams.
Fabian Ruiz.
Great defending, strong and determined. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Climbs up big! Oh, not the best of headers.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Doué. Hernandez. Rabiot. Upamecano. Camavinga. Upamecano. Upamecano chooses to go cross-field. Yamal.
Fabian Ruiz.
Yamal in acres of space out wide. Can he deliver? Pedro Porro. Oh, good spread. Yamal's cross. And he's there to get it away. Spain have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's played forward. Grimaldo.
Fabian Ruiz.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Camavinga. Martinez. Lenormand. Pedri. Zubimendi. That's really well manoeuvred. Nico Williams. He's a mighty effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Oh, that's a real disappointment as well, after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
That has been cut short. Rabiot does really well to win the ball there. Camavinga, long ball upfield. Olise. And it's Koundé. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
Hernandez gets over and intercepts. Olise, who's set up one goal so far. And here's Olise. Olise! Perez. Yamal chips it through. And that's put paid to a promising move. Saliba, forwards and with intent. Played out to the right. Olise. Muscular approach does pay off here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Upamecano. And it's Dembele. Thinks one through. Defending of the desperate variety.
Fabian Ruiz.
Yamal. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro shifted upfield. And back to the goalkeeper. Upamecano. Saliba. Hernandez. Camavinga. Dembele. Hernandez puts too much behind that. Yamal. And it's Porro. Pedro Porro drives forward on the overlap. And here's Yamal. Yamal. Saliba wins the duel this time. Tries a measured ball. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Martinez. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Hernandez. Dembele. And here's Dembele. Camavinga. And here's Dembele. Hernandez. Camavinga. And here's Dembele. Caresses it through. And that pass just didn't quite work. Pedro Porro. Yamal.
Fabian Ruiz.
Pedro Porro.
Fabian Ruiz.
Yamal. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro puts them all in. Now it's Williams. So who's he picking out? That's tidy. Zubimendi. Grimaldo. Mbappe. Doué. Camavinga. Koundé. Rabiot. Olise. Zubimendi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Williams, and it's Pedri. Grimaldo opts to play it back. Dembele looking to add to his goal. Mbappe, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Perez. Nico Williams. Grimaldo. Hit into the middle. That's a throw. Time for a change in personnel. Fabian Ruiz. Yamal. Upamecano getting this one clear. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe played out towards the right wing. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's Perez. Out to the left it goes. Zaragoza. Zubimendi. He's in plenty of space here. Zubimendi. Spain have a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or...
Acrobatic effort! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Perez clearly felt that he was entitled to try that, and I'm inclined to agree with him. There wasn't anything else on.
And that's been won straight back. Doué, and here's Mbappe. Oh, that's neat. He's in a good position. Olise! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Fabian Ruiz.
Yamal. Throw it. Yamal. That is a great pick out. Perez. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Saliba. Camavinga. Saliba. Camavinga. Great defending, strong and determined. Hernandez. And it's played forward. Now it's Olise. Now it's Mbappe. Out to the right. Koundé carries the ball down the right. Raya deals with that nice and simple. Perez. Now it's Yamal. Yamal. Fabian Ruiz. Now here's the delivery. Doué. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Hernandez. Saliba. Doué. Camavinga. Saliba. Doué. Pedri. And it's Ruiz. And the shot! And they've got rid. It's gone for a throw-in. Pedri with the cross. Saliba is there, and he can get that clear. Saliba. Upamecano. Doué. Koundé hurtling down that right flank. Rabiot. Olise. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Yamal. Oh, Red, nice interception. Added Subimendi. Yamal. Defending of the desperate variety. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Doué. Moved on forwards. Camavinga. And here's Dembele. Rabiot. Koundé. Lovely bit of skill. Rabiot. Zaragoza was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And it's Dembele. Zaragoza. Now it's Perez. Now it's Perez. Yamal.
Fabian Ruiz.
Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. And claimed it back swiftly. Pedro Porro.
Fabian Ruiz.
Doué proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Doué. That's really well manoeuvred. Upamecano. Saliba. Hernandez. Saliba. Hernandez. Saliba. Camavinga. Saliba. Rabiot. Saliba. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Upamecano. Saliba. Zaragoza. Oh, tries a shot! He scores! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Camavinga. Saliba. Doué. Saliba. Upamecano. Now who's going to be first to this? Dembele. Calmly anticipates. Pedri. Zaragoza. Grimaldo. Oh, such a clever touch. Zaragoza. Fabian Ruiz! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Grimaldo gets across to intercept that. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Perez.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Camavinga. Rabiot. Hernandez. Camavinga. Upamecano. Koundé forwards and with intent.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Zaragoza. Saliba makes the interception. And he's on his way! Oh, shooting chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
And here's Dembele. Oh, it's come loose.
France can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Hernandez gets over and intercepts. Nkunku. Camavinga, done delicately. Pedro Porro tries to clear. France making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Yamal, nice-looking ball. Showing good feet.
Spain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Aimed in toward, climbs up big! Split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Fabian Ruiz.
Yamal. Out of play for a throw. Deep into stoppage time. Nkunku. Camavinga. Hernandez. Nkunku. Clipped into space. Dembele. He's in here! And that is out of play. Camavinga. Hernandez crosses. It's gone out for a throw-in. Nkunku. Decent chance!
Nkunku just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
And it's hoisted clear. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And that's that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive...